and a big gaping mouth. Tousled hair on the head's two sides. Seemed as if it had been dyed red by rouge. A few stubs of deep purple beard. Bore the look of lychee sprouting. A nose curvate like a parrot's beak. And eyes glowing like the morning stars. His two huge fists had the shape of a monk's alms bowl. Two blue-veined feet, forked like branches dangling down a cliff, half covered by a light yellow robe. Better than the silk brocade cassock. He still grasped a scimitar, which gleamed and glittered. He slept on a slab of stone, both flawless and smooth. He had led young fiends to make formations like ants, and old demons to rule with order like bees. Look at his awesome bearing. When all his subjects raised the cry, "Sire!" He had made the moon his third friend as he sipped his wine. He had felt the wind grow beneath his arms as tea was poured. Look at his vast magic power. In the twinkling of an eye, he could tour all the heavens. In his wild woods screeched birds and fowls. In his dens slept dragons and snakes. Immortals tilled his fields to grow white jade. Taoists calmed his fire to raise cinnabar. A door of a small cave did not, of course, lead to the hell of Isi. But such an ugly monster seemed truly a bull-headed yak, eh? When the elder saw that kind of appearance, he retreated in horror as his body turned numb and his legs flabby. He tried to turn and run, but just as he got out of the door, the monster, who was a rather alert creature, opened his demonic eyes with golden pupils and shouted, "Little ones, go see who is outside our door." A little fiend stuck his head out the door and saw that it was a bald-headed elder. He ran quickly inside and reported, "Great King, it's a priest outside. He has a round head and a large face, with two ears hanging down to his shoulders. He has a body full of tender flesh and very fine skin. He's a good-looking priest." When the monster heard these words, he laughed aloud, saying, "This is like what the proverb says. Flies atop a serpent's head. Food by itself presented. You, little ones, chase him down and bring him back here. I have great rewards for you." Those little fiends rushed out of the door like a swarm of bees. When Tripitaka saw them, his mind wanted him to move like an arrow and his feet wanted to fly. But he quivered and shook, and his feet were numb and flaccid. Moreover, the mountain road was rugged, the forest was dark, and it was getting late. How could he possibly move fast enough? The little fiends ran him down and hauled him back bodily. Truly, it is like the dragon in shallow water teased by shrimps. The tiger on level ground mocked by dogs. A noble venture may have many snags. Who's like the Tang monk when he faces the west? Look at those little fiends. After having carried the elder back and put him down outside the bamboo curtain, they ran happily to make this report. "Great King, we have caught the monk and brought him back." The old monster stole a glance at Tripitaka and saw that he had an erect head and a handsome face. He was indeed a good-looking priest. The monster thought to himself, "Such a good-looking priest must be someone from a noble nation. I can't treat him lightly. If I didn't show him who's boss here, would he willingly submit to me?" Like a fox affecting the authority of a tiger, he all at once bristled up his red hairs and whiskers while his eyes split wide open. "Bring that monk in," he bellowed. "Yes, sir." The various fiends shouted in response as they shoved Tripitaka inside. As the proverb has it, standing beneath low-pitched eaves, how could one not bow his head? Tripitaka had no choice but to fold his hands and greet him. "From what region are you, monk?" demanded the monster. "Where did you come from? Where are you going? Tell us quickly." "I'm a monk from the Tang court," said Tripitaka. "Having received the imperial decree of the great Tang emperor to seek scriptures in the west, I passed by your noble mountain and decided to seek an audience with the sage beneath this pagoda. I have no intention to disturb your eminence. Please forgive me. When I return to the land of the East after acquiring scriptures in the West, your illustrious name will be recorded gratefully for posterity." When the monster heard these words, he roared with laughter, saying, "I said to myself that you were from a noble nation. So you are indeed. You're exactly the person I want to eat. It's marvelous that you presented yourself here. Otherwise, I might have missed you. You are ordained to be the food of my mouth. Since you have barged in here all by yourself, I couldn't let you go even if I wanted to. And you couldn't escape even if you wanted to." He then ordered the little fiends, "Tie up that monk." The little fiends rushed forward and fastened the elder firmly with ropes to the spirit-soothing pillar. Grasping his scimitar, the old monster asked again, "Monk, how many persons are there in your entourage? Don't tell me you dare go up to the western heaven all by yourself." When Tripitaka saw him picking up the scimitar, he said candidly, "Great king, I have 2 disciples named Ju 8 Rules and Sha Monk. They all left the pine forest to go beg for food. I have, moreover, 1 load of luggage and a white horse, which I left in the forest." "That's luckier yet," said the old monster. "2 disciples including you make 3, and there are really 4 of you if we count the horse. That's enough for a meal. Let's go and catch them too," said the little fiends. "Don't go out," said the old monster, "but shut the door instead. After begging the food, those disciples would bring it to their master. When they can't find him, they will surely come seeking right up to our door. The proverb says, business at one's own door is easier to do. Let's take our time and catch them then." The little fiends indeed closed the front door. We speak no more of Tripitaka who met disaster. We tell you instead about Sha Monk, who left the pine forest looking for 8 rules. He walked for over 10 miles but did not see even a village or hamlet. He went up to a knoll to look all around when suddenly he heard someone speaking in the grass down below. Pushing the tall grass apart hurriedly with his staff, he found Idiot inside talking in his sleep. Sha Monk gave one of the huge ears a hard tug and cried, "Dear Idiot, Master told you to beg for food. Did he give you permission to sleep here?" Idiot woke up with a start, mumbling, "Brother, what time is it? Get up, quick," said Sha Monk. "Master said that it didn't matter whether there was food or not. He told us to try finding a place to stay instead." Picking up the alms bowl and toting his muckrake, Idiot walked back stupidly with Sha Monk. When they reached the forest, their master was nowhere to be seen. Sha Monk began to berate him, saying, "It's all because of you, Idiot, for taking such a long time to find some food. Master must have been seized by a monster." "Brother," said 8 Rules, laughing, "don't talk nonsense. This forest is a pure, lovely place, and it definitely cannot harbor a monster. It must be that that old priest cannot sit still and has gone sightseeing somewhere. Let's go find him." The 2 of them picked up the hat and the priestly staff before they left the pine forest, leading the horse and pawing the luggage as they searched for their master. It happened that the Tang monk at this time was not yet destined to die. Having looked for him for some time to no avail, his 2 disciples saw beams of golden light coming from the south. "Brother," said 8 Rules, "the blessed will only receive more blessings. Master, you see, must have gone to that bejeweled pagoda over there that is giving off that light. Who will dare to be inhospitable at a place like that? They must insist on preparing vegetarian food and his staying to enjoy it. Why aren't we moving? We should get there and have something, too." "Elder brother," said Sha Monk, "you can't tell whether it's a good place or not. Let's go and have a look first." The 2 of them walked boldly up to the door of the edifice and found that it was closed. Across the top of the door was a slab of white jade on which were written in large letters the following words: Casserole Mountain, Current Moon Cave. "Elder brother," said Sha Monk, "this is no monastery. It's a cave dwelling of a monster. Even if Master were here, I doubt if we could see him. Don't be alarmed, brother, said 8 Rules. Tie up the horse and stand guard over our luggage. Let me question them. Holding high his muckrake, Idiot went forward and shouted, "Open the door! Open the door!" The little fiend who was standing guard inside opened the door. When he saw the 2 of them, he ran quickly to report. "Great King, business is here." "What sort of business?" asked the old monster. "There is a monk with large ears and a long mouth outside our cave," replied the little fiend. "And there is also another monk with the gloomiest appearance. They came calling at our door." Greatly pleased, the old monster said, "They have to be Jew 8 Rules and Sha Monk. Ho ho! They know where to look all right. How did they manage to find our door so swiftly? Well, if they appear so audacious, let's not treat them casually. Bring me my armor." The little fiend brought it out and helped him put it on. Grasping the scimitar, the old monster walked out of the door. 8 Rules and Sha Monk were waiting outside the door when they saw this savage fiend emerge. How did he look, you ask? Green face, red beard, and floppy scarlet hair. His yellow gold cuirass both sparkled and gleamed. A belt inlaid with ribbed shells wrapped his waist. A silk sash wound tightly round his armored chest. The wind howled when he stood idly on the mount. The waves churned when he glumly roamed the seas. A pair of hands with veins, both brown and blue, grasped firmly the soul-snatching scimitar. If you would learn this creature's given name, remember Yellow Robe, 2 famous words. That old monster Yellow Robe came out of the door and asked at once, "Where are you from, monk, that you dare cause this racket before my door?" "My child," said 8 Rules, "don't you recognize me? I'm your venerable father. I'm one sent by the great Tang to go to the western heaven, for my master happens to be the royal brother, Tipitaka. If he's in your house, send him out at once. That'll spare me having to level it with my rake." "Yes, yes," said the fiend with a laugh. "There's a Tang monk in my house, and I haven't denied him any hospitality either. I was just preparing some buns filled with human flesh for him to enjoy. You two can go inside and have one also. How about it?" Idiot indeed would have gone inside immediately if Sha Monk had not pulled him back, saying, "Elder brother, he's deceiving you. Since when did you start eating human flesh again?" Only then did Idiot realize his mistake. Raising his muckrake, he brought it down hard on the monster's face. The monster stepped aside to dodge the blow and then turned to meet him with uplifted scimitar. The 2 of them, summoning their magic powers, mounted the clouds to fight in midair. Sha Monk abandoned the luggage and the white horse. Wielding his precious staff, he joined the fray also. At this time, 2 fierce monks and 1 brazen monster began a savage battle on the edge of the clouds. Thus it was that the staff rose high, met by the scimitar. The muckrake came, blocked by the scimitar. 1 demon warrior used his power. 2 divine monks displayed their might. The 9-pronged rake, how truly heroic. The fiend-rooting staff, ferocious indeed. Their blows fell left and right, in front and back. But Squire Yellow Robe showed no fear at all. See his steel scimitar shining like silver. And, in truth, his magic power was great. They fought till all the sky was fog-bound and beclouded. And in mid-mountain, stones cracked and cliff-sides collapsed. This one, for the sake of his fame. How could he give up? That one, for the sake of his master, would surely show no fear. The 3 of them closed in again and again in midair for scores of times, but a decision could not be reached. Though each of them cared for his life, none of them was about to be separated. We do not know how the disciples managed to rescue the Tang monk. Let's listen to the explanation in the next chapter.